Every year, almost 6.5 million companion animals are sheltered across the country. While adopting a pet gives them the benefit of a warm and loving home, adopting a pet might also give you some benefits of itself. You might ask yourself, how might owning a pet benefit me? Well, after doing extensive research on the topic, many sites and studies show that owning a pet provides both physical and mental benefits. Owning a pet gives you many physical benefits, such as physical exercise, lowering your blood pressure, cholesterol, and triglyceride levels, which overall reduces your risk of cardiovascular disease. According to an article from New York Times, a study conducted by Michigan State University shows that about 60% of dog owners met with the federal criteria for regular to moderate exercise, while only a third of those who didn't own dogs got that same amount of exercise. This is because it's really easy to push back on our own self-care. It's really easy to say, oh, I'll work out tomorrow, I'll do that jog another day. But when you own a pet, you can't just tell them, oh, I'll take you outside tomorrow. You have to do it every day. They need their care. So, in a way, this kind of pushes you to maintain a constant schedule of exercise, which benefits both you and your pet. Due to this increase in physical exercise among pet owners, there's also a chance of reduced triglyceride and cholesterol levels. And before I get into the source, triglycerides are fatty molecules which we store in our own adipose tissue for later usage when we eat more calories than our body can use. An article refers to a survey done by the Australian National Heart Foundation, which concludes that those who own pets, especially men, tend to have lower cholesterol and triglyceride levels. With a moderate amount of exercise and lower levels in cholesterol and triglycerides, this would lead to an overall reduce in risk of cardiovascular issues. A study found in the Journal of Vascular and Interventional Neurology concludes that there is a decreased risk of death due to cardiovascular disease, which was observed among cat owners. However, cardiovascular issues aren't just caused by physical ailments, they can also stem from mental problems. Owning a pet also has its mental benefits, such as reducing stress, depression, and feelings of loneliness. A website for the veterinary clinic in Arizona discusses how many scientific studies show that interacting with animals of all kinds, fishes, birds, horses, dolphins, you name it, also helps relieve stress. As the website explains, the positive interactions between these animals help relax the tension in your muscles, which in turn stimulates better circulation throughout the body. This circulation increases the passage of oxygen to all your organs, including your brain, which helps stimulate the release of endorphins. Endorphins are hormones that usually boost our morale and feelings of happiness. These positive interactions also help with feelings of depression. The Mental Health Foundation of United Kingdom states on their website that caring for a pet also gives your day a sense of purpose and reward. You feel these feelings of achievement. It helps you feel valuable and needed. This kind of goes hand in hand with how I mentioned physical exercise and how it's easy for us to put off our own self-care, but we can't do the same with animals. Just these regular mundane tasks of feeding your pet, taking them out on the walk, playing with toys, just keeping them entertained, it also helps you focus on something so that you're not just sitting doing nothing all day. It really kind of helps cope with depression. These feelings of loneliness, they also go hand in hand with depression. The two usually correlate. And as a study by two companies, Habri and Mars Pet Care Survey, or they found through a survey of 2,000 people that 85% of those surveyed believe that interactions with companion animals, they help reduce loneliness in people. Today, I've told you about how owning a pet can benefit you physically by keeping you exercising daily, lowering your blood pressure, reducing your cholesterol levels, and triglyceride levels as well, which reduces your overall risk for cardiovascular disease. Along with this, owning a pet also helps with your emotional health, since having a loving companion by your side, they reduce your feelings of stress, depression, and loneliness. However, it's also important to note that despite all these benefits, pets also pose risks of allergies and could possibly transmit zoonotic diseases if you don't properly vaccinate them and if you don't keep up with sanitary practices. Pets are also a huge responsibility, so It is highly recommended that you do your research before getting any pets, just to know exactly what they require and to make sure that you'll be able to keep up with them financially and just be there for them and be able to care for them. When getting a pet, remember that not only will you be changing your own life, you'll be changing theirs as well. Thank you.